Hello, I'm Jessie. Welcome to week 9 of my 12-part video series. I appreciate you guys sticking through with me this far and looking forward to everything that we have coming up. So this week we are going to talk about how the last 2 weeks have gone for me, where I'm at, a couple of other little things, and then also what we are going to talk about next week. So let's go ahead and dive right in. So this past week I weighed in at 219, so I am down just over a pound and a half from 2 weeks ago, so I am happy about that, on the right track. Sometimes I do wish it was a little bit more, but slow and steady is kind of what I'm aiming for, so I will take it, and I am happy with the progress that I'm making overall. The steps I've really been trying to push myself, so was reviewing things, and I'm averaging right now approximately 12,000 steps a day. Some days I'm way above that, other days I'm right on the line or even a little bit under. The biggest thing is on the day-to-day, just making sure that I am, at the end of the day, in a calorie deficit so that I am burning more calories than what I've consumed, and using my app to track that has been really helpful for that, and just kind of keeping me accountable. Of course, that only works if you're honest about what you're putting in there, and that is something that I've had to acknowledge for myself, where at times I haven't always done that. So this past week we had Thanksgiving, and my partner and I, we had 3 houses that we went to, so there was a lot of food, a lot of good times with family, and had a really great time. Definitely ate more than what I needed to on that day, but one thing that I did do, well, a couple things that I did this year that was a little bit different than what I've done in the past is I did take smaller portions of each thing. So I like to have a variety of the different foods because we're going from house to house. Everyone's cooking a little bit different. So yeah, instead of grabbing full portions at each thing, just grabbing, scoop here, scoop there, so I can get all of the different flavors that I like, but I'm not going completely overboard with my calories and completely overeating. Definitely still ate too much, and I was completely stuffed by the end of the day. But then the other thing that I did was limited the leftovers that I brought home. So normally bring home as ton of leftovers and end up having food for like 3 or 4 days. So instead of it just being one day of overeating, it's 4 or 5 days of overeating. And this year I did not do that, so I still did bring home some leftovers, but only enough for about a day, day and a half. So I think that was a good choice for me. Happy middle ground, still get to enjoy everything. And I'm not completely destroying like a week's worth of calories and progress. So that's all I wanted to touch on with that. I hope everyone else had a fun, happy holiday with the people that they care about. The other thing that I've kind of been running into, because I still am on restrictions with what I can do with my arms, still limited in the types of workouts that I can do. So I've been doing primarily the sidestepping, and honestly that's boring. It really is, and just kind of getting a little bit tired of that, so I've been looking for other things to do. So one of the things that I found was I do have a Switch, and they have Just Dance, so you've got your little controller, and you can follow that, and it's gamified obviously because you get your score for how well you matched the the thing. So got that, tried that out. That's a lot of fun. So I'll be doing a little bit more of that. The other thing that I started looking at is just different YouTube aerobics workouts that I can follow along to. That way, you know, I'm not spending any extra money and getting a little bit of variety and pushing myself in different ways that I haven't to this point. And that'll kind of help keep it interesting, keep pushing my body to continue to get healthier, get stronger. So kind of working on that, and as I find any other ones that I really like, I'll add those to the comments here, so you guys are welcome to check them out as well. The other thing that I've had to do is with Walking Smiles, as much as I enjoy being out there, and obviously he loves it, when he's getting excited or wanting to chase a squirrel, if he tugs on me, that's exacerbating my arm injury. So I had to kind of rethink how we do that. So instead of doing the super long walks, doing a little bit shorter walks, so just kind of walking about 10-15 minutes down the street and then back home. And did that a couple of times this week, and that seemed to go okay. I also changed from his front clip harness, changed him to his gentle leader, and that helps give a little bit more control, and he can't really jerk my arms or jerk me around as much. So working on that with him, and that way too I'm not just sitting in, you know, one room just staring at a wall or watching TV. I'm actually out getting that fresh air and getting a little bit of variety as I'm getting my steps in for the day. So yeah, that's where we're at, and that's kind of what I've got coming up. Next week I want to share just a couple of different recipes and how I do substitutions for different things. One thing that I've struggled with in the past is I am kind of a picky eater. I have certain textures and stuff that I just absolutely cannot do. So finding recipes that are quick, easy, minimal prep time, aren't super complicated, and are good for doing that long-term meal prep. So it's like I can cook it on Sunday and then it's good for the week. And then finding the right types of substitutions of, like, if something calls for mushrooms, I hate mushrooms. Good on you for the people that love them, but I just texture-wise can't stand them. So finding ways to still make sure I'm getting the full spectrum of nutrients and getting all of my macros and the right balance that I want, but also making sure that it's food that I'm going to enjoy and actually eat. So that's kind of what we're going to talk about more next week. Look forward to sharing with you guys then. Have a great day, and I will see you soon.